Hi everybody. Good evening. I represent Team One. We are six underground. Our project is DOS3. That's what we named our website. Basically, this is a social responsible investing website. Our team members are Jeff Lewis, Harshal Parel, Samarth Yadav, myself Kosha, Farhan Pasha, Nagasai Kiran, and our roles are for Jeff. His role is project manager. Harshal Patil and myself are developer. Samarth Yadav is a quality analyst. Farhan Pasha is a cloud engineer, and Nagasai Kiran is a tester. For our agendas for the current sprint and the presentation, we're gonna go through project overview, personas, um, then looking forward this semester, what we've planned, and then sprint 4 versus sprint 5, then sprint 5 and demo to the website and the product backlog, and at the end, the retrospective. So for the project overview, Dorsey is a free website that we provided for investors or anybody who's trying to invest in a socially responsible environment with a proper outcome to overall environmental and social lifestyle. So our website also helps to investors to see the latest stock prices and help them create third-party brokerage accounts by creating the investment account. And if interested, they can also buy the stocks. The site also provides ESG score ratings, which is environmental, social, and governance. And what that stands for is environmental stands for issues such as climate changes and pollution done by the company. Social stands for issues around the workplace, work workplace practices and human capital. Governance is the issues such as executive pay, accounting, and ethics. Overall, a company. So the ESG score is published by the government, so it's all standardized. And moving on, we have personas. The first persona we have is Carlos, who's a public speaker, who is currently 60 years old and a wealthy long-term investor who speaks for public financing advisements and how to get a better investment deals and how to take better decisions towards your long-term investment and any kind of investments. So Carlos like to do researches on the companies that he wants to promote or advise on. So what our website provides is, in turn, Carlos can see various public traded companies on our website with their financial chart. And our website simultaneously provides Google articles on the company to showcase the performance of the company, through which at the end, whichever company Carlos decides or selects to invest in, or if he is interested to advise it to somebody else, he can do that as well. And then he can also invest through our website directly through investing button which we have on our website, which redirects him to the investing portal. The second persona is Dana, a 24-year-old research graduate with majors in product designing. She just recently got a job for 120K USD package, and she is vegan, cares about environment, obviously. So her overall thinking is she wants to make a responsible investment towards the environment and towards the overall betterment of the earth. She also uh, thinks that to invest in a conscious and work ethical companies can lead to a better return rates. So how our website helps her as well is that she can read through public and company trades and financial charts, which are provided on our website, and then do her part of the research from the provided article on the website, and then proceed to interested company with the stock prices and investments and hence on forth. Third persona is Paul, who is a 26-year-old, also a recent graduate, working as an investment advisor in a bank. So his thinking stands to a point where he wants to create his own value towards his own bank and towards the people he's looking forward to give advices in the um, investment part. He thinks that socially responsible assets are vastly growing. The market graph shows a significant extent of investor trying to align their investment with social preference. As overall, if you invest in a social responsible company, your investment return rates increases, and it also helps the environment. So what our website provides is we have reviews of SRI companies with sustainable business plans and more accurate information for investments. And it also helps him show the financial growth of the company with a user friendly interface with the proper graph of the overall growth of the financial revenue of the company. And when Paul thinks to advise or go forward with the company, he can invest on the brokerage real time. For the MVP, um, and our website's MVP is user can enter company name in the search bar. Search bar detects and gives automatic recommendation of a company name before entering full details. That's one. And then once the company name is entered, user should be user is intended to click submit button to get the result of the company name in the search bar, which then portrays ESG data of the company, and overall company information is displayed along with the environmental score. And then also the historical data of the company is available in a tabular form with a graph representation of their financial revenue as well. Architecture design, Summer is going to carry forward from here.
So the architecture design, here we are using HTML and CSS and Django for the front end. Whereas in backend, we are using Python and AWS, and we are fetching data from Yahoo Finance API. And the client is interacting with the browser, logging in, creating his or her account, fetching all the financial details, and getting it from the Yahoo Finance and displaying it in the tabular form. And the next slide is what we are looking forward to do in this semester is we are enhancing our product roadmap with various features, such as we are looking forward to work on the login page for users to create their ID and visualization tools for metrics. And whereas implementation of AWS in order to deploy our project on cloud.
Hello all. My name is Muhammad. So we are trying to go through the sprint for committed tasks and stories. As you can see, these were the all tasks that were completed in the sprint 4, and we did already delivered all this deliverable 4. So coming up next in the next slide, we can look into the sprint 5 stories, and we can see the comparison in between the sprint 4 and sprint 5. We did not implement the end user UI, and we didn't use very much of CSS and HTML. So in the sprint 5, we have implemented much of the CSS and HTML and improved the front end of the DOS 3 project. And and in the sprint 5, we are implementing Amazon Web Services for the backend to manipulate the data. And we are also using some visualization tools for the graphs. So the new technology that was added in this current spring, it was Amazon Web Services. It is a major breakthrough for all the team and the project. So we will be working through this technology in the coming sprints. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jeff, and I'll talk about Sprint 5 and also do another quick recap and comparison between Sprint 4 and Sprint 5. So Sprint 4, where we left off, is we made sure we implemented the backend as far as getting the API to function properly, all of the core coding for making sure our search bar worked, getting our graph and a grid where it populates all the relevant information for the financials came into play. In this sprint, though, we made sure we also focused on getting the design a little bit better. Obviously, this is all relatively new to us. So we decided to go with HTML and CSS. That was the primary focus. Also, because it's only 3 weeks, we only had 3 weeks to get the sprint done. We focused on, again, HTML, CSS, but then we also focused on figuring out how can we build out the backend if we're going to add a login and password as an incremental feature. So we decided to go AWS and MySQL DB. We're still in the process of researching it, so we have not implemented it. It's going to be a little bit more challenging than we thought. Also, as part of this sprint, we decided that we were not going to focus on the installation manual. Even though we do need to update it, we just didn't have enough time between testing the bugs and making corrections in this sprint. We weren't able to complete AWS and the installation manual. As of right now, we had a 12.6 velocity in sprint 5. And we hope to continue to improve that over time, and basically just by being more mindful of what we're allowing in the sprint. And we also have to consider things like holidays, fixing of bugs at this point in the project. All these things have to be kept in mind as we work through this. Next slide, please. So for our burn down chart, like mentioned, we had 12.6 as of right now. There's 3 items that we were not able to complete. We hope these 3 items have been pushed out to the next sprint, and the focus will be for the next sprint to actually get some traction going with our own build out of the UI for the login and password, and also starting to dabble with AWS and MySQL as far as building the data architecture and also a data schema to figure out what information we're going to collect. Next screen, please. Okay, and again, just to kind of show everyone a timeline of our velocity from sprint 1 all the way to our current sprint 5. When we first started out, as everyone knows, in sprint 2, we really struggled as a team. We found it very difficult to sync up with our schedules and et cetera. But we did start off strong, and we just kind of lost traction last semester between sprint 2. But however, sprint 3 and 4, we were able to pick up the pace. We were able to kind of get a better sync of how to work as a collective. And then in sprint 5, we feel comfortable with the task and actually managing our schedule. We only missed 3 out of 11. Um, and we think we could make it up. A lot of the items that are open are actually work in progress. So it's just a matter of keep continuing the momentum. Also, we'll talk about it in our retrospective, how we think we can improve in performance. So again, it's just work in progress. Next screen, please. Okay, now for Spring 5, for user stories and acceptance criteria, for the 3 different personas that were provided, for example, Paul as an investor, what he wants to do is gather information, right? So for that, what he's looking to get as an output is good returns on his investment. When it comes to Donna, the recent graduate, what she's looking for is accurate information about companies to determine if she's going to invest. And as a first-time investor, that would be Darcy becomes the platform that allows her to get that quick snapshot, that allows her to make quick decisions and also convert quickly to for a purchase. When it comes to Carlos as an investor, what he's looking for is just more companies that he could talk to in regards. He could talk to his audience in regards to sustainability and also make his own personal investments. So for that, his overall outcome is to invest in long-term stocks and also speak to his audience. Next slide, please. So for this part, we'll talk about the project demo. And this is the latest UI that we've put together. And I'll let Harshal speak to this point. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Harshal and I'm going to present the demo of our project. So this is our website front page, and we can see here the stock price of the company and ESG score, and we can put like user can put name of company here. We say that Apple, and after submitting it take some time because it's on local machine now. And here is the latest stock price of the Apple company, and here is the graph for that stock price going up and down daily. Here we can see the total ESG score and environmental score, and this is the data of recent dates, and this is the historical data we can see here. And we are going to add this invest in this company button in like next sprint or maybe in last sprint. Okay, so we have some product backlog also. We need to add Google article API for generating a Google article. So we are going to do it in sprint 6. And I just talk about the invest now button. We are going to link it to the third-party website in next sprint, and we are going to also create the login page for the user. And we are also going to deploy this website on AWS. We are still deciding on that. Yeah. And these are some product backlogs of our product, and we are still deciding on these 3 product backlogs. So from here, Kiran will take the charge to present.
Well, thank you, Harshal. Hello, everyone. I am Kiran, and I'm going to talk about the upcoming sprint, that is Sprint 6. In this, we are planning to create a login page for the Dostri website, and also we need to improve CSS and filter raw data from API according to our requirement. And also we are planning to generate Google articles of a selected company in our website, and also should authenticate login using Gmail or Facebook, and also adding contact us page for our website. And well, coming to next slide. Harshal, next slide, please. Yeah. It's about retrospective. And in this, we have achieved certain things quite well. That is team collaborative effort to make major changes to presentation. And the other one is group meetings multiple times a week to make sure blocks are identified and addressed in a timely fashion. And things which needs improvement are timeless for executing stories in scope for current sprints that to be enforced to avoid mid-sprint changes, and improving our product roadmap by priority and dates. These are the things which we have to focus on. And the things which we are looking to do next is need to read documentation for AWS deployment, and consider workflow and design for login and password interface. This is all about. Thank you.